Hey everybody, how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. Hope you're having an awesome day. I hope everybody had an awesome 4th of July. I hope you got to celebrate it with your friends and your families, and it was a good day for everybody. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to talk about. First thing I want to mention is I have started a new channel. Now I will continue to keep this channel, and I actually just put a poll up on my community post, so if you guys could check that out and vote on that, I would appreciate it. So I am going to keep this channel, but I also started another channel. It's totally opposite of this one, but if you please check it out. If you are into that kind of thing, into that kind of content, then do me a solid and subscribe for me, and you can come along on the journey with me. But it's from root to crown. I did put a community post out there with the link to the channel, so you can go and check that out for me. So now that that's done, there's a couple things that I wanted to say. So obviously you guys have not heard from me. I just had a couple things, so I was not able to upload. So anyway, glad to be back with you guys. Alright, so I'm just going to go over a couple of things in this video. First of all, let's talk about the malaria. So now, all of a sudden, there's an outbreak of malaria recorded in Florida and in Texas. Okay? Now, people who have come from other countries and came in have brought in malaria, but they said that it's never came up here from people who haven't traveled. And I just want to say this. Now, I'm not stating anything as fact, but I will say this. Do you remember the live we did and we talked about BG's mosquito breeding factories? Now, these are genetically modified mosquitoes. They happen to have one in Florida, a big one, with millions of genetically modified mosquitoes. And now all of a sudden there's an outbreak in malaria. So I'm not saying they're connected. I'm saying maybe it's just something to think about. Okay? Pretty weird though, right? It's pretty odd that the factory is there and now there's an outbreak of malaria in the area. So I'm just saying, which is a mosquito illness, okay? All right, the next thing. So they found at the White House. Now, the media wanted to make it very clear that it did not belong to Hunter. So they actually said that. They said, yes, was found at the White House, but it does not belong to Hunter, so nobody freak out. It's just funny that the media had to put that out there, you know? Like, don't worry, we found at the White House, but it's not connected to Hunter. Okay. Okay then, whatever you guys say. So that's pretty funny. The next thing I want to mention is, I don't know if you guys watch or don't watch, but Roseanne. Okay? The comedian, the actress, Roseanne. Well, obviously I grew up watching Roseanne as a kid, you know? But, so she was recently on Theo Von's podcast this past weekend, and she made a couple controversial remarks, and of course, like, she's, you know, she made a couple of jokes, she made a statement, I guess we'll just say she said some stuff, and of course she's being, you know, attacked for it, which that's nothing new to her. I mean, she was kicked off her own show, you know, they've come after her a lot for saying things that they don't want said. Now, here's the thing, right? You don't have to agree or disagree with what she said, but she is a comedian, right? She is, you know, I don't know how everybody feels about her, but she's a funny lady. You know, she's been through it all. Like, she's a very smart person. She's had her issues, yes. But nonetheless, you know, it's an attack on free speech. It really, really is. Like, Nowadays, you can't say anything, which is why now I have to bleep out a lot of words. Now a lot of words are gonna have to go silent, okay? And that's just what it is. If I want to stay on YouTube, that's just what has to happen. But you know, you can't, and especially comedians. Like, think about George Carlin, right? I mean, George Carlin said some crazy stuff that people found offensive, but he was a very smart man. He was very funny. And it is what it is. You know, if you don't like it, don't listen to it. That's how it should be. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. If you don't like this person, don't listen to them. You know, it's your choice. But to watch it and then say, I'm offended, don't watch it again. You know, you now know that you don't want to watch this person, so don't watch them. But it's just crazy to me because they can censor, you know, anybody that they want. Anybody that they are, you know, they say, listen, we don't want this person out here anymore. We want this person to be quiet, and we don't want, you know, we don't want their voice out there anymore. Then they will come, they will censor you, they will shut you down, and that's just the way that it is. But they won't do it to bad people. You know, people that are actually out there harming other people. People that are out there harming, you know, doing these crazy things, these very evil things, these very dark things. They don't censor that. They don't shut them down. So, you know, you got to look at this, you know, from a open mind perspective here, you know. And I just wanted to say that because she does take a lot of crap from, you know, from a lot of people, from the media especially. But I mean, it is what it is. If you don't like her, don't listen to her. You know, if you take everything she says to heart, if you take anything that any comedian says to heart all the time, forget about it. I mean, you're going to be offended for the rest of your life. People are always going to say things that you don't like. People are always going to have differing opinions. People are always going to, you know, want to speak their mind. And there's small-minded people out there that, if you don't believe what they believe, and if you are not just like them, then, you know, they don't want to hear your opinion. They don't like you, you know? And so, you know, you kind of got to look at it that way, right? That's at least how I see it, you know? But there's always going to be people that are offended. There's always going to be people that don't agree with you. And, you know, silencing the opposing person or getting rid of the opposing person, to me it says, you know, they're scared or they're afraid that other people are going to listen to them, that other people are going to follow them. But again, that's everybody's will. Everybody has their own free will, right? God gave you the right to make any decision that you want to make. You know, so you can choose what you take in and what you don't. But anyway, I'm not going to make this a long video. So I'm going to end that here. Please hit that thumbs up. So glad to be back with you guys. Please consider subbing to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to become a member, please join and become a member of the CNY family. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions and keep spreading that light. And please don't forget to go vote on that community poll. I'll see you next time.